Alright, we on that, we on the quick read. Alright, let's get on with else. Alright, let's go. I was just checking out something. Get on with part 3.
So last time on Dragon Ball Super VE, Vegeta revived King Vegeta and proceeded to tell him about what had happened in the last few decades, namely all about Goku, the son of Bardock, and the many times he saved the entire universe, beating Frieza and arguably surpassing even Beerus along the way. King Vegeta met up with Goku, thanked him, and told him the story of his parents, and then finally offered Goku the chance to become the next king of the Saiyans. Goku of course refused, but in a twist instead offered to train King Vegeta to become a Super Saiyan God, and in today's manga we'll see exactly what happens as a result. But before we begin, support this video and channel by leaving a like right now as you're reading this and watching this video till the very end for its shocking final scene. Enjoy. Wow. Our story continues from when Goku reveals to everyone his intention to train King Vegeta to become a Super Saiyan God, hoping to fight him at his best. Understandably, Vegeta is completely aggravated. Kakarot! What the hell are you talking about? I didn't bring my father back to life just to become your next training partner. How dare you insult Saiyan royalty like this? Goku quickly responds begging, "Oh Vegeta, please! I haven't had a good fighting partner since Moro. I don't know if I'll ever fight anyone as strong as he was. It's getting boring around here." Vegeta's face gets angrier at Goku's careless comment, as a massive vein begins to pop out from his forehead. What did you just say, clown? No good fighting partners? We fought just days ago! What about me? Do you think you're so far beyond me, I'm not even a challenge anymore? Goku, realizing his mistake and revealing what he said, replies, "Oh yeah, sorry, I must have just totally forgot about you. Of course you're a challenge for me. But still, maybe I just want to fight something different and see some new techniques. Who knows? He's your dad. He could be super strong. Think about it. What if we get another tournament of power? King Vegeta could be so useful against Jiren. And then I could have a rematch with Toppo in his God of Destruction form. Now that would be awesome." Vegeta, however, becomes triggered at Goku's simple-mindedness. Kakarot, you absolute imbecile! It doesn't work like that and you know that. Me and you have been training for years, in gravity hundreds of times that of Earth, trained in other dimension for years, and faced countless powerful foes. Simply becoming a Super Saiyan or Super Saiyan God isn't going to make my father a strong warrior on the level of me or you. Our power as Saiyans is all based on our power in our base forms. These transformations of ours are simply multipliers. That's why, if I was to fight Gotenks in his Super Saiyan 3 form, I'd probably be able to beat them down as just a Super Saiyan. It's not the same for my father. When we were on planet Vegeta, we thought we were the most powerful beings in the universe, destroying and conquering planets of weakling species daily. My father's power at the time was feared through the galaxy, only ever questioned by Frieza. But it's not the same now.
Now things are
We both know, Kakarot, that those power levels from back then, even mine, when I arrived on Earth, are completely meaningless and overshadowed by the powers we have now. And even the power of our children too. My father doesn't need his time wasted by you, Kakarot, nor does he need to continue fighting. Give up on your dumb dream. What? Suddenly, King Vegeta, who has been closely listening in, interrupts with a serious face. Vegeta, I don't care how many years it's been and how old you've gotten, but in what universe do you think you can talk for me, the King of the Saiyans? Whether you become a god or angel, I'm still your father, and you will not make my decisions for me as if I'm a child. There is logic to what Kakarot is saying, and you shouldn't assume anything about me and what I've been through all these years in hell. If what you say about the Super Saiyan transformations is truly correct, that they work simply as multipliers, then Kakarot may have a point that you weren't aware of. I could become far more powerful than you assume, son. Just what makes you think our Saiyans, a warrior race, just stood around doing nothing for the last 20 plus years? We're bloodthirsty fighters by nature, left in hell with nothing else to do. We had to create our own version of entertainment to get us through eternity. Naturally, we hosted countless makeshift tournaments. We fought every single day. Each time, we would battle until death, since of course, we were already dead and there was nothing to fear. Of course, as we eventually recovered over time, we got stronger each time through what is known as the Saiyan Zenkai boost. Imagine, every single day we did this, boosting, non-stop. I may not be a Super Saiyan Vegeta, but without any transformation, I can sense that neither you nor Kakarot could beat me in your base forms. What? Vegeta and even the two boys are completely shocked by King Vegeta's reveal, and confidence in himself. Goku, however, is completely overjoyed and yells, I told you so! I knew I sensed something strange about your ki. You've been hiding it for some reason. That's it. We need to fight right now, sir. Show me the power of a Saiyan King. I won't transform. I promise. Vegeta, however, remains unconvinced, remembering in his head how earlier on, when he first revived King Vegeta, he punched him, and yet he barely felt it, as he would expect. He mentions this to King Vegeta, but King Vegeta responds promptly, and what of it? You are my son, who just revived me. Do you really think I would repay you by punching you with the aim to harm you? That was simply a tap. Vegeta looks back with a little surprise, considering he still was floored by the punch. Tap? Huh. Goku, now satisfied with everything he's heard, is pumped up and yells, okay, enough talking guys, I can't wait anymore. I haven't fought anyone in this form for so long. This will be just like when I first met Vegeta. Let's do it! King Vegeta then accepts and gets into a familiar fighting stance. The same one the Vegeta clan had used for centuries. He smiles and remembers Bardock saying, very well. I fought your father Bardock in hell countless times. It would be an honor to fight his son. I guess after this, I can let you know exactly how you match up to him. Goku responds with a confident smirk, now in his fighting stance, and says, oh really? Now I guess I can't hold back at all. I just have to know, who's stronger, me or my old man? And without a moment's notice, Goku rushes in. After elbowing Goku unexpectedly into the air, with speed, King Vegeta chases after him. Goku, however, recovers in time. Not bad, son of Bardock, but show me how you'll deal with this. Ha! That's not much for me to deal with,
Wait,
Mr.
you know
Vegeta.
did that.
And immediately dodges King Vegeta's ki-beam.
I forgot that was being made.
I'm not finished. Yeah! King Vegeta, after missing his kick, is visibly confused at Goku's disappearance.
Bro.
What was that? His ki just vanished. Unknown to him though, Goku used instant transmission to the ground and with a smirk begins readying a familiar move. Kamehameha! Impressed with Goku's maneuverability, King Vegeta smiles before concentrating all his power into his fists. He then begins readying, in iconic fashion, the original Gallic Gun. Gallic Gun! Kamehameha! The two unleash their most powerful ki blasts, completely in sync with each other, both screaming to unleash their max power in base. Eventually, the ki collision causes a massive explosion, the scale of which surprises not only the two boys, but Vegeta also. They cover their faces from the debris, blowing forward before Vegeta thinks to himself, it appears my father wasn't lying. This is not how this fight should be going. One slap, let alone multiple attacks, should have been enough to take down the King Vegeta I once knew. He's actually keeping up with Kakarot. No, in fact, he's even got the upper hand on him somehow. As Goku and King Vegeta stay in their positions, amazed at each other's power, King Vegeta remarks, Not bad. Not bad at all, Kakarot. I almost had to use my full power on that one. Goku with a smile replies, Full power? Stop bluffing. You're as tired as I am. If you've got anything left in the tank, show it to me now. And in an instant, King Vegeta appears right in front of Goku. As you wish, son of Bardock. Slamming both his fists point blank onto a shocked Goku. Immediately, Goku goes crashing down into a seemingly bottomless crater, while King Vegeta thinks in his mind, the young generation sure is impressive, but there's still much for them to learn. It seems they've relied too much on the power increases of their transformations. Nevertheless, that last hit should do it. However, from the crater, rumbling can be heard. And Goku emerges at top speed, ready to clash with King Vegeta once again. A smile comes across King Vegeta's face, however, as if his next move is already planned. Instantly, King Vegeta vanishes and appears behind Goku, immediately trapping him in a stranglehold from behind. The unorthodox primitive technique catches Goku by surprise, and he finds no way of escaping as he begins losing the ability to breathe. But just as he's about to lose consciousness, Goku transforms into a Super Saiyan and breaks out with ease. King Vegeta responds shocked, You damn liar, Kakarot! And Goku returns with a point-blank punch straight on King Vegeta to get him away. King Vegeta is sent flying into a crash landing, but emerges still on one knee, wiping the blood off his face while smiling that he forced the legendary hero Goku into transforming just to beat him. He says to himself, looks like we know for sure who's the strongest in our base forms. But that Super Saiyan transformation, that sure is something to behold. Your power went up exponentially. Goku looks down, exhausted and still trying to catch his breath. He thinks to himself, damn, his strength and technique is incredible. If I didn't transform at the right time, I would have been done for.
Yeah, you would have been done for.
Vegeta's dad is dangerous. Eventually, Goku goes back down to base, accepting defeat, holding his neck and smiles impressed, saying, You weren't kidding at all. That was insane. You fight just like I'd expect a Saiyan to. Ruthless and unpredictable. Any longer and I could have actually died. Couldn't do a thing without transforming, so I'm sorry I cheated. But even though I cheated, I have to know, how did I match up to Bardock? King Vegeta smirks and replies, fighting you felt so nostalgic. You wouldn't believe how similar you two really fight. It's uncanny, really. But I'm afraid, Kakarot, Bardock and myself are almost the same in battle strength. He improved greatly over the years, and is now the only Saiyan in Hell who could ever push me to my limit. And as a result, the two of us grew stronger together as rivals. I believe the record on our battles right now is 5,301 wins to me, and 5,300 wins to him. 5,300?! Goku then immediately reacts in shock, realizing just how much battle experience King Vegeta has. You're trying to tell me you guys fought over 10,000 times to the death? No wonder you're so strong. I don't think we've been in even 10% of that many battles, and definitely not every one ending in us getting a Zenkai boost. That's literally insane. I can't wait to see what my dad's strength is like. Vegeta, however, is visibly shocked and concerned at the fact he fought 10,000 times. He thinks to himself, with that many battles, my father and those Saiyans would have experienced so many Zenkai boosts, they'd all be incredibly strong. I can't believe my father truly has surpassed us in base strength after all we've been through. I can't even imagine how much of a bad idea it would have been if I did choose to just revive the entirety of planet Vegeta. Now that I think about it, the harsh conditions of Hell and the conditions on Vampa probably aren't too different. No wonder that Broly was so strong as well. Even in base, I couldn't beat him as a Super Saiyan.
Wow.
King Vegeta eventually speaks up and says, ha 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 ha! You're both so surprised, aren't you? I told you boys, we really had nothing better to do in Hell than fight all day. Anyway, that's enough being in awe of me. This is only the beginning. Let's start this training. I can't stand to watch as my own grandson can transform into the legendary form, yet I can't. Goku smiles, agreeing, and says, haha, okay, let's start. I can't wait either after seeing what you're capable of, Mr. Vegeta. Let's go somewhere else though. Chi-Chi will kill me if we keep causing a mess around here. Yo, Vegeta, you wanna come too? Vegeta, getting a little angry at how Goku is seemingly stealing his own father away, yells at Goku, huh, he's my father. What do you think this is? Of course I'm coming, clown. And so the three Saiyans then fly off, leaving Goten and Trunks behind. Some time passes, and they then arrive in a desert, and Goku immediately begins to explain. Right, King Vegeta, to become a Super Saiyan, there are two methods we know of. The first is through experiencing an intense emotional anger, and this is what me and Vegeta used. I transformed after I fought Frieza, and I watched him kill my best friend Krillin right before my eyes. For Vegeta, from what he's told me, he was angry and frustrated about me becoming a Super Saiyan, and after being on the brink of death and nearly giving up, his rage led him to become a Super Saiyan. But there is another way, a way that the Universe 6 Saiyans perfected. It may sound silly, but it was through concentrating all your energy into a certain spot in your back and experience what they describe as a tingle. Apparently, this girl named Cauliflower had it down in just 2 goes, so it can't be that hard. King Vegeta just looks back a little confused. Universe 6 Saiyans? A tingle in the back? The legendary Super Saiyan transformation is gained by a tingle? Well, I'll give it a try. On our home planet, women were very rarely fighters. So if this young girl called Cauliflower can do it, I cannot call myself a king if I can't do the same. Following this, King Vegeta readies himself and then closes his eyes, focusing on feeling a tingle in his back just as Goku had instructed. And then, while he focuses, he begins to think about the trauma of his past, and the rage begins to slowly build inside. That damned Frieza! How I would have wished to have been the Saiyan to destroy you! How I would have loved to watch you die! And Beerus, you overconfident cat! Once I become a god myself, your days as a god of destruction are numbered. You will pay for treating a king as your footstool. Back then I was powerless and lost my son, but today, everything changes! The focus becomes intense as a deadly silence is heard before suddenly, King Vegeta becomes cloaked in a golden aura and the ground around him begins to crumble. In a rage, King Vegeta finally becomes a Super Saiyan. Behold my power! Frieza and Beerus, bow before me! His muscles now bulge, his hair yellow and his eyes green. The power from his aura continues to flux. Goku and Vegeta can barely believe what they're seeing, as King Vegeta's unexpectedly intense power and talent for transforming shocks both of them. Whoa! Father! Oh! As his rage dissipates, King Vegeta looks down at both his hands, marveling at his new power. He begins. This power is incredible. I feel amazing. This is all I needed to do? A tingle? I am finally the legendary Super Saiyan King of all the Saiyans. Goku, watching on, is super impressed and says, "Wow, you did it on your first try, Mr. Vegeta, and your power is insane. You haven't even mastered it yet, but I can tell. You're tons stronger than when we became Super Saiyans." King Vegeta, now cocky, replies, "Of course. What else did you expect from your king? So what's next? This is far easier than I thought." Before he can finish, Vegeta suddenly transforms into a Super Saiyan also, and says to King Vegeta, "The next test will be me, old man. It's about time we had a father-son moment." And as he says this, both him and King Vegeta then get ready for battle. But that was it for today's manga, and if you made it this far, leave me a hashtag Super Saiyan in the comments down below, and let me know if you want a part 4 to come out ASAP. This is my original fan manga, and you can get a copy of this manga for yourself, as well as the rest of the story before anyone else, plus 250 plus other fan mangas by just supporting me on Patreon for just $3. Less than a cup of coffee and you get an insane collection of manga that updates forever for free. All links in the description and pinned comment. But if you want to see more Dragon Ball anime or manga content, then click on one of these two videos on the right now. Until next video, guys, cheers.
Alright, that was interesting with part 3. Anyway, see you guys in the next video.